Hello and welcome to my hometown on Tampa Bay, city of Oldsmar. That's R.E. Olds, by the way, the creator of Oldsmobile. His summer home a few blocks from here. For today's creature feature, Oldsmar, Florida, my hometown on Tampa Bay. I graduated high school here. I started my channel. I bought my first home in the city of Oldsmar. I made so many memories. My parents lived here. Actually, they lived right over there. I can see their old house. Spent a lot of time here. And I've spent a lot of time at the Oldsmar Flea Market, which is where we're going, because that is where Florida's newest horror store is open. Or should I say, horror workshop. This place is called the Creature Workshop. What a creature to feature, right? Right here in my old stomping grounds. The Oldsmar Flea Market has been documented and covered heavily here on this channel over the years, always going back and forth every year, giving updates. It's one of the premier attractions here in the city of Oldsmar. Also across the street, the Tampa Bay Downs horse track. You may know it. This is awesome. I just caught wind of this like 2 days ago, and of course it's one of the first things I want to do. Florida's newest horror store inside of the mightiest flea market in the South. We're going to do that today. Going to show a little bit around the Oldsmar Flea Market. I'm curious to see what has transpired. Flea markets are always changing, always evolving. Stores come, stores go. Some of the stores have been there for over 30 years. I've been going to this flea market for over 30 years. Even before I moved to Florida, we would go there. Thank you so much for joining me. Also, if you read in the title, we're heading to Ybor City, to Tampa's most haunted building. I think it's the third most haunted building in all of Florida. We're talking about the historic Tampa Cuban Club. Our return today. We did a ghost tour there and learned all the ghost stories about a year ago with our friends at Haunt Scene. Shout out to Haunt Scene. Love you guys. I'm going here because Chris the girl is actually attending the Tabernacle of Oddities, a trade show that is happening inside the Cuban Club today. So that's why we have access to it. I hope to say hello to one of the many ghosts that haunt this building. We'll say hello to all of them. I'll bring the ghost meter. But Jimmy, the little boy that haunts the Tampa Cuban Club, we'll talk more about that. It's all part of the fun today. I'm just simply documenting my Saturday here in Tampa Bay on this beautiful morning. So grateful for that, and so grateful you guys are here. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me. Okay, this was a long-winded intro, but as always, it was necessary. I'm Tampa J, and this is Tampa Bay, and there will always be much ahead. Brought my copy of Freaky Florida, written by my pal, awesome friend, Mark Muncy, illustrated by his wife Carrie Schultz, my good friends. It talks about the haunted Cuban Club in this book. Just picked it up quickly off the haunted bookshelf at home before I left. We'll use this as a reference for the ghost stories. And right here on the corner of Park and Arlington, Ford tractor in the yard there. This was R.E. Olds' Oldsmar home. This is where he lived. Now, I was in this house with my parents at the stroke of midnight, New Year's 2018. They were friends. I don't know if their friends still live here or not. They may. But they were friends with these people who lived in this house, and they threw a big New Year's Eve party right out here. There was a tent right there, and we got to go inside, and I got to hear of the history and how R.E. Olds once lived in this house, the creator of Oldsmobile, Lansing, Michigan, I believe. He bought this land years ago, and he developed the streets, now known as Oldsmar. And right there on every street sign in the city of Oldsmar, you've got the original Oldsmobile on every sign. Pretty cool, huh? And a quick stop before we get to the flea market. Oldsmar City Hall. Just wanted to show you in the window, they have an Oldsmobile, an original Oldsmobile automobile. That's a lot of words right there. There you go. You can make it out through the glare of the glass. Sitting right here in the lobby of City Hall. An original Oldsmobile. a tribute to the founder of the city of Oldsmar. Ari Olds just showed you his house, and now I've showed you his car. I don't think that was his, but it's very cool. This thing actually runs, and they get it out in the streets for parades here in Oldsmar. I've never seen it going. And we have made it to the mightiest flea market in the South. Over the years, I've dropped a lot of coin here at the Oldsmar Flea Market. Specifically purchased a lot of video games. One of my favorite video game vendors, retro video game vendors, inside the Oldsmar Flea Market. It's getting busy here on this early Saturday morning. They open at 9:30. The creature shop is already open. Let's head inside. There's much ahead. One thing I really love about the Oldsmar Flea Market, it hasn't changed since I was a kid. Just been painted over and over again. The same entryway has always looked the same. So cool. So the creature shop is located in booth D25E. D25E, that's where we're going. Lots of things you can do here. You can even get your hair cut. They have barber shops in here. They have salons. At one point, they had a dentist's office in here. Also, they have a plant shop. I've bought a lot of plants here for Chris the girl. And they have a bait and tackle store. I bought a lot of fishing supplies. My parents used to love to come up here and buy fresh produce. Lots of produce vendors in here. We got watermelon, cantaloupe, tomatoes. Those are some of my favorites. Scooters. You can buy scooters and dirt bikes. That's awesome. This is a newer vendor here. Oh my gosh, it's DJ Kitty. It's a DJ Kitty mask. Is this for sale? Oh, that's cool. I like the shirt too. Hello, DJ. Here at booth 22, a newer video game vendor. Don't remember them. I'll have to go through this. I'm always looking for Sega Genesis games and NES games to add to my collection. Looks like they have a ton in here. I haven't seen it in a while. Star Trek The Next Generation, $10. Heck yeah, taking it. Value video games pickup. Buy, sell, and trade. There's their QR code, their information right there if you want to come check them out. Good time in there. All right, heading to the creature shop. Building D25E, so I'm gonna head down this way. All right, I believe I found the right place. Horror t-shirts on the outside, Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirts, awesome. So this is set up right before the booth. Art the Clown, the Creature Workshop. Check it out. Whoa, we got animatronics right off the bat. Looks like they're setting up in here. A lot of cool stuff to go through. TheCreatureWorkshop.com. Check out that guy. You can't really hear him, but he's saying something. He's laughing. It's a Jester animatronic. I believe this can be purchased at Spirit Halloween. Look at that. You can kind of hear him. That's awesome. Oh, look. My favorite. Friday the 13th. We've got Art the Clown here, of course. All right, so I have met the owner, Michael, and also Jonathan. They're going to be setting more stuff out today, but we're going to comb through here. There's a lot of stuff to be seen, and I see, oh my gosh, my favorite. I have bought so many VHSs, horror VHSs, inside this flea market, but I've never seen a complete horror section. This is a jackpot. Some of the original A Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger costumes. Plastic. I've seen these over the years. They're pretty awesome. Looks like this one is small, medium, or large, going for 50 bucks. Those are in great shape. You gotta have your vintage Buccaneer pirate mask because this is Tampa Bay, folks. Gasparilla. A lot of spooky Halloween merchandise off the bat here. Real pretty stuff. This is stuff Chris the girl would like. They've got a recreation of the pumpkin from Halloween 2. This is a Trick or Treat Studio special. It actually lights up. Huge fan of Day of the Dead. Filmed in Fort Myers, Florida. Check out, almost forgot his name, Bub the Zombie. One of the ultimate zombies of the Romero series. The only zombie that could talk, right? He's really cool right here behind the counter. He actually works here. He works for Brains. We got critters working here too. They're behind the glass though, because we know what happens if you let them out. Ooh, maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. Worms, Michael, I think is the quote. That's really cool. That's a cool cut there from the Lost Boys. There's the pumpkin all lit up now. So cool. I don't know about you, but I will never pick up one of those. Just too risky. We've got scripts in here from Halloween Kills, also Halloween Season of the Witch. I'm sure they have multiple scripts in here. Here's a cool book called Scare Tactics, an Insider's Guide to Making Your First horror movie. Hannibal Lecter, yeah! A recreation of his awesome mask here. Next to a Freddy Krueger glove signed by Mark Patton from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. They got it in that nice case there for you. I'm gonna step back for you. This is the opposite wall. Barely showed anything from over here. Lots of stuff here. Lots of stuff. Ooh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Board game. I heard that was coming out. Trick or Treat Studios have been putting out these horror board games. Also, there's the Halloween one there too. They've got them here for you. I don't know why I don't have this sign hanging somewhere in my house. I mean, come on, I need that. And there is the blueprints to the Monroeville Mall, the filming location of Dawn of the Dead, 1978. Been inside that mall. That's cool. It would be cool to purchase those. You know what would be awesome? To get autographs on that. Oh, that's for me? Oh, thank you. This is Michael, by the way.
He's doing the KB Toy Store.
You worked in the Monroeville Mall?
I did, and I don't know what the hell happened to it. When they remodeled the mall, I have the set of lights that was above the staircase in front of Jason Pennett's.
That's amazing.
This tall.
That's so cool.
That's a Don Post original.
Oh, that's nice. That's a custom built Michael Myers mask. This is so creepy. I like it. This mask was made by Murder for, I need glasses, Fun FX. Murder for Fun FX, that's a cool name. And that's a really good mask. Oh wow, a Dawn Post original Halloween 3 Season of the Witch mask. That is amazing. I've never seen one in person before. Already finding a lot of awesome treasures in this store. They've got A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 playing. We're just talking about that movie. That's one of the best scenes too. That beginning scene. Shout out to Mark Patton. Met that dude in North Carolina a couple years ago. I talked to him for like 30 minutes. Such a nice dude. The boss. Proof that Tony Stark has a heart. That's hilarious. We've got newspaper frames, $10 each, 3 for $25. House of Horrors, Cricklewood Echo. From Hellraiser, we got Police Station Slaughter. From Poho County Chronicle, The Creeper, aka Florida. The beaches are closed, oh boy. The Amity Island Tribune, or Gazette. Got the Good Guy Skull replica from Child's Play 2, one of my favorites. That's really neat at the beginning of the movie. It's so cool how they just like scrape all the burnt stuff off of them. Oh look, it's Jason. And there's a good guy in the box. It's a cool version of Dracula here. Bram Stoker. Really pretty. Only 15 bucks. Of course, they gotta have their Goosebumps books. Goosebumps, man. Every day after school, I was watching the Goosebumps and Power Rangers. True story. And then I'd switch it over to Nickelodeon and watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I'm popping out of the store for a second. I'm waiting. They're actually about ready to set more masks out here for display. I'm gonna show you their horror masks. They're setting them out right now. Now this would be awesome to start collecting. These miniature horror busts. We got the Phantom of the Opera and Michael Myers here. Oh, I'm glad he woke up. I can't do the dance. That's like the most famous part of that movie. Why is that the most famous part of that movie? Because it's awesome. And we've got beach towels. Of course, it's Florida. You gotta have your beach towels. A Michael Myers beach towel. Never thought about that. That would be great. These are just like spooky cats in a tree. I like that too. All right, spooky beach towels? Yeah. Whoa. It's got all your favorite characters on that. Look at that. Hold on. That's awesome. So cool. How much is that? $13. $13? 14? Sold. So these are little spatulas. Friday the 13th engravings here. These are cool. Oh, there's Pennywise, different characters, and also they have the Michael Myers chopping block. Those are very important to have, especially if you got a big knife. You need a chopping block. We've got Roger down here. Roger! That's one of the most famous scenes right there. This is a cool 8x10 autograph picture of Allison Barron from Night of the Demons. They've got a lot of autographs in here. Autographs. It looks like most of them, I think all of them are 40 bucks each. There's one that's 60. Annie! Annie! Okay, that's cool. And look at this, they're setting out masks as we speak right now. Look at that. We've got Mars Attacks up here. They've got Mars Attack. I love that movie. It's so cool. We've got a Blackula mask up here. Check that out. Also Gremlins.
So you can bring the gremlin down.
Halloween Ends.
Okay. Move the Myers over one. Alright.
Ooh, we got a spooky alien. Halloween #1. Also have comic books here. And I'm watching Michael and Jonathan set these masks out for the day. This is the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers mask, the one with the gunshot. Really cool mask. I'm trying so hard not to go over here and spend all of my money. I see some tapes that I will most likely be purchasing. Also see some that I already have at home. Original Dawn Post mask, zombie. That's pretty sick. I really love that. How much is that going for?
45.
45? That's really good.
I think that's the last one we have.
Oh man. Bela Lugosi is Ybor. One of John Carpenter's first movies. Might be his first, I can't remember. Assault on Precinct 13. Laserdisc. This is awesome. We got Sam from Trick or Treat. We got Leatherface. Look at this. The mask. The haunted mask from Goosebumps. One of my favorite episodes. Dawn Post, Rob Zombie, Michael Myers. It's a really good one. Jonathan was telling me here that the Judith Myers tombstone is custom made. It's going for about 170 bucks. That is the best recreation of the Judith Myers headstone I've seen. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get you. The original zombie from Night of the Living Dead. The movie that started it all. One of my favorites of all time. The original ghoul. It's so cool. If you're looking for those Art the Clown glasses, they got plenty in stock here. We've got glasses, we've got hand purses, we've got all kinds of accessories here of the spooky kind. Even masquerade masks for $5 in the corner. Right here in the middle, they have several drawings, horror drawings. Got The Shining, Stephen King there. Bride of Frankenstein. I'm not going to show you all of them, just kind of thumb through here. Nosferatu. These are really cool. It looks like the artist is Primo. 20 bucks for these. Eyewitness on Laserdisc. Who knew that I would find this here? I was looking for it. No, not really, but I would definitely give that a try. That sounds cool. Beauty and the Beast. Die Hard. Groundhog Day. These are some of my favorites right here. And Michael, the owner, pointed over here above the counter. These are the main Laserdiscs. We've got Top Gun. We've got An Innocent Man, Tom Selleck, love Tom Selleck. Of course, we got Jaws, The Lawnmower Man, Beetlejuice, T2. We've got NSYNC, stickers, rings, buttons, pins. No, these are buttons. Those are pins. Oh my gosh. Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Morbius going up there. Here's a movie that really used to scare me when I was a kid. I remember renting this, or my parents renting it for me. Same VHS cover, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, starring Robert De Niro. They've got Salem's Lot, which was a TV movie. Alice Cooper once said that was the scariest movie I ever watched. I remember seeing that at Days of the Dead. His interview there. Badge 373, Robert Duvall. Oh look, The Howling 4. Oh my gosh. The Terminator. Ooh, that's an original Terminator tape. Might have to get that. And I just referenced this in yesterday's video. The Relic. They're doing a haunted museum, haunted house at HHN. That's what it makes me think of, this movie. One of my favorites. I might have to pick this up. I haven't seen this tape in a while. I did the locations down in South Florida a couple years back, Cape Fear. Great movie. A remake, if you didn't know that. And they've got all the original Universal monster movies on VHS in here. It looks like most of them are 20 bucks each. Really good condition. The Ghost of Frankenstein, House of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Frankenstein, the original, and Frankenstein meets Werewolf. Also, there's the original cover down there next to Dracula. I have that Dracula at home. And of course, one of the best, some say the greatest one, The Bride of Frankenstein, Boris Karloff. And all of the Mummy movies below the Frankenstein movies. Also, Revenge of the Creature. And I watched this not too long ago. It's Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That was hilarious. Got little bars of soap over here. Oh, I like that one. This would look great in the shower. How about that one? It's a great scene. They have the Halloween, the Curse of Michael Myers pumpkin as well. That is one of my favorites, the Curse of Michael Myers, just because it was so different and dark. And it was from the 90s. I was a kid. I remember watching that. I remember going to the filming locations for that out in Utah last year in Salt Lake City. And they've got your Freddy gloves in stock here. If you need a Freddy glove, come on down to the Creature Shop. There's some horror buttons here. They got the Camp Crystal Lakeside. They got Freddy. They got Season of the Witch. They got Wolfman. They got all your Universal creatures. Check this out. The Creature Workshop right there. Got more pins over here. Pins and buttons. Also keychains. There's the Continental Hotel from Wall Street. Camp Crystal Lake. Cabin number 13, of course. Room 237 from the Overlook. Also, room number 1 from the Bates Motel. They've got that in the red and in the black. We got more masks going up over here in this corner. It's a really cool shop. Please come check them out here in the Oldsmar Flea Market. Not so far from Tampa, not so far from Clearwater. Here on the county line. Creatures to feature. So I spent a lot of time in there. That was a good time hanging out. Michael, Jonathan, thank you so much for having me. We will be back, and please come check out the Creature Workshop yourself if you're in the Tampa Bay area. It's a good stop, and there's a lot of cool things to see in this flea market. I wish I had more time to go through it more today. I gotta head over to the other town on Tampa Bay. I will run. See ya. Come on down to the Oldsmar Flea Market. I thought I was gonna have more time to go through and look at more stores. I'll come back. I'll be back here as always to check out some stuff. I'm running short on time. The event in Ybor City at the Cuban Club is already started. My fiance is there, so I'm gonna go meet up with her. I'm gonna check that out. I spent 35 bucks on goods inside the Creature Workshop. I'm gonna show you what I got first before we get going. Oldsmar Flea Market. Come on down. America. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Classic bag. So, I'll be kind of short. Actually, I'll try to make this quick. I got the towel. By the way, that was the last one. They are reprinting more. He's gonna make a lot of horror towels. I got 2 VHS tapes. I got the Cape Fear tape, and I got the Terminator tape. Had to get the Terminator tape. Love that movie. I got this bag to transport food in the hot Florida sun, but also this is a good spot to keep merchandise that you don't want to melt in your car. So I'm going to stick that in there. 16 miles from the Tampa Cuban Club from Oldsmar. Hey, there's my Starbucks. Oh, I missed my Starbucks. I edited a lot of videos in the Oldsmar Starbucks right there. And of course, consumed a lot of coffee. Palm Avenue. Right here across from Hillsborough Community College, where I went to college, right there in those classrooms right there. Here you go. The historic and haunted Tampa Cuban Club. This is where we're going. It's an awesome historic building built in 1917. Originally the club that sat here, the Cuban Club, burnt down and they built this one. Look at the line out here. This is for Tabernacle of Oddities. A lot of folks in line. Wow, I think it just opened up. And I actually used to park in the student parking garage, of course, right over here to the right. We're doing the visitor parking garage for today. Here to the left, City of Tampa. Good to be back in Brick City, also known as Cigar City, the cigar capital of the world. And parked on the second level of this parking garage. Welcome to Ybor Square. This right here used to be a cigar factory, now owned by the Church of Scientology. And at one point there was a spaghetti warehouse restaurant on the furthest side of the building over there. I used to come here for lunch. Brick streets, cigar streets, and haunted streets. This is one of the most haunted places in all of Florida. There are more ghost stories here than St. Augustine. Yeah, take a ghost tour in Ybor and find out for yourself. Another fun fact, that park right over there, Parque Amigos de Jose Marti, the founder of Ybor, that park actually belongs to Cuba. One of my first videos, we went inside there. If you step inside that park, you are technically on Cuban soil, Cuban territory. All right, I didn't think I was gonna wake up and go to Cuba today, but might as well have the opportunity. Just gonna spend a few moments inside of Cuba, if you don't mind. There's Jose Marti right there. All right, I'm here. It's a lovely country. Okay, I'll be back to Cuba. Another fun fact about Ybor City, this is where the Cuban sandwich was king. A lot of people say it was invented in Cuba. A lot of people say it was invented in Miami, but Tampa, Ybor City specifically, right here, home of many awesome Cuban restaurants, by the way. This is where the Cuban sandwich was invented. And the Tico Tampa streetcars coming down 8th Avenue right now. Look at this. Boop boop. Cigar City Brewing. Right here in Ybor. That's so cool. So this building on the corner, this used to be the old Orpheum music venue that my band used to play at. Actually, I've seen a lot of shows, as we call them, inside that building. Never realized this was also the site of Ybor's first fire station in 1888. The Murda Hook and Ladder Volunteer Fire Station was established on this site. The station was named in honor of the youngest daughter of Don Vicente Martinez Ybor, founder of Ybor City. So the former site, this is the building of the old Orpheum. I don't know what it used to be before the bar was in there, the music venue, but I do know this is also a filming location from Cop and the Half. Actually right over here, I've showed this before, did a full video on those filming locations right here in Tampa. If you haven't seen Cop and a Half, Burt Reynolds, it's basically the sequel to Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was directed by Henry Winkler, starring Burt Reynolds. Great movie, filmed right here. Oh, look at this. Just keeps going. The Don Vicente Inn. Speaking of haunted, oh man, goosebumps on my goosebumps. This is known as Hotel Hell. Hotel Hell. There was a son of a doctor who used to get rid of the bodies in the furnace of the basement of this hotel. He was conducting a medical practice without a license across the street, the old building that used to sit here. This hotel, very old, established in 1895. Paranormal investigators have investigated this building and the Cuban Club a block away. Very haunted. This is a great time to turn on the old ghost meter. I'm looking for supernatural, paranormal, electromagnetic fields. Unexplained electricity, basically, the sign of the ghost or specter. Any ghosts here? Checking into Hotel Hell? I am across the street. Maybe I have to get a little closer. I'm sure we'd have to go inside. Maybe someday we'll get inside here. For sure. All right, so right here, Hillsborough Community College. This is where I graduated my 2-year degree here. Spent a lot of time inside of that building right there, specifically the cafe. I would come here after work and study, get some food before my class, and then across the street, a little ways past this building, is the Cuban Club. Dude, speaking of Oldsmobiles, look at that. What are the odds? We came from Oldsmar. There's an Oldsmobile hearse. I don't think I've ever seen an Oldsmobile hearse. Now we have. I love the color too. Very Ghostbusters. It says funeral coach right there. And it's parked almost in front of the historic Cuban Club. The third most haunted building in all of Florida. The most haunted building in Tampa and Ybor City. Lots of stories of ghosts and paranormal activity, investigations by the ghost hunters. We are going in here today for Tabernacle of Oddities. My beautiful fiance is already here inside. I'm catching up. Just want to talk more about a ghost story before we head in there. Yellow brick building. There's a lot of yellow brick used for construction here, was used for construction back in the early 1900s, specifically thinking of Tampa Heights neighborhood. Most of the buildings in Tampa Heights are historic and built with this yellow brick. Actually, they call it Yellow Brick Row over there. So there were thousands of immigrants coming to Tampa because of the cigar industry. Cigar factories all over the place. Many still here today. This was the cigar rolling capital of the world. And that brought many immigrants to the United States to work in these factories. The Cubans, the Spanish, the Italians, and the Germans all had their own cultural clubs that began right here in Ybor. This was the first place in the country where each of those groups that I just mentioned, each of those peoples had their own club and establishments. The Cuban club is one of those. Just down the street, the German club, the Italian club, and the Spanish club, all still standing today. And there you go, the name right there. Almost missed this sign. Late 19th and early 20th century Cuban immigration to the United States was impressive for the craft talents brought to the country. Along with their Spanish counterparts, skilled Cuban cigar makers made Tampa's hand-rolled cigars world famous. As early as 1899, Cuban immigrants formed recreational societies with varying degrees of success. And in 1902, Cuban workers founded El Círculo Cubano as a mutual aid society to bind all Cuban residents of Tampa into a fraternal group to offer assistance and help to the sick. So this was a giant club. You could come, you could swim. They had the swimming pool. They had, there was a very popular game. It's escaping me now. That was very big. I think it was called Bala, kind of like bingo. I know I'm butchering that, but yeah, there's a lot of things people could do here at the Cuban club. Mostly just socialize. Bolito, little ball. That was the name of the game that they used to play. They used to gamble, a little game called Bolito. Basically, it's guess the number on the ball. You would write a number down. It was kind of like bingo, and they would pull the little ball out of the barrel or wherever it was, and you would guess what number it was. And that got so popular and so bad that the city of Tampa actually at one point made it illegal to play Bolito in the city of Tampa. But as we know, the mob used to rule the city of Ybor, and the mob would have their underground Bolita matches, so it didn't really stop them. But that was a huge thing here in Ybor City, the game of Bolita. And I'm getting a freaking reading right now. Oh, wait. Power lines. And on the northeast corner of the Cuban Club, a statue, a bust of Jose Marti. Looks like he was born in 1853, died 1895, just like the sign said. Creepy. So let's talk more about the ghost story, specifically the ghost story of the little boy named Jimmy, he's still here. Ha ha ha. And I have opened my copy of Freaky Florida. Yes, I brought it with me. Shout out to Mark Muncie. There's a photograph of the Cuban Club in 1926. Look at that old car there. I believe that's a Ford Model A. Really old. And look, this building hasn't changed much. Just got a lot more haunted. And according to Mark Muncie, written here in his book Freaky Florida, almost everyone agrees that the most haunted room at the Cuban Club is the theater. According to legend, an actor and playwright in 1929 could not remember the words to his own play. Instead of dying of embarrassment, he decided to take his own life. Some versions of the story say that he was shot and killed himself on stage. Other versions state that he came back and later hanged himself from the lighting. Either way, he met his most gruesome end in the theater upstairs. So I want to go take a look at that theater, the top floor. It will be my second time on the top floor. This will be like my 5th time at the Cuban Club, but it was wow, it was way back in like 2000, I want to say 2007, 2008. I was over here. I had a class right up there. I believe it was some sort of a science class, can't remember. But I came down after class and there was a sign out here on the sidewalk that said, Ralph Nader speaking here tonight. And I was like, wow, Ralph Nader, that's pretty cool. So I walked right over here and I went up and I watched Ralph Nader give a speech. Pretty fascinating guy, by the way. Very influential guy. He actually is the reason why you're wearing a seatbelt in your cars right now. All right, so I am finally in that line that I showed you as I was driving in. We're gonna make our way into the Cuban Club. Oh my gosh, it's Hellraiser. I had a feeling we might see him today. Hey man, it's been a long time.
Hey, is it hot enough for you?
It's Florida.
It's hot as hell out here. Get it?
I love it. So this is put on by the Dysfunctional Grace Oddity Shop in Ybor City. We visited there a couple years back, did a video. So that's who puts this on. Again, check out Chris's video to get a full tour. and we're almost inside. So these are the back loading doors to the basement. I remember loading in my drum set here like 20 years ago. I was handed the playbill as I walked in. Welcome to the Cuban Club Theater. This is a really cool thing they did here. Vendors, 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 right here in the Cuban Club basement. And I think this whole thing's going on every level. There are a lot of vendors in here. Wow, so cool. Check out the original tile here, 1917. All right, I'm now on stage, the bottom floor. So this is where the swimming pool was. Now, I always thought that the swimming pool was right here in the middle, but it was a very small swimming pool. And that is the pool where the young boy drowned back in the early 1900s. And his name was Jimmy. And Jimmy has been seen in the basement running around. He actually likes to push balls around. Upon the ghost tours, they'll release little rubber balls, and Jimmy will actually push them and throw them and whatnot. We didn't catch it that night. I'll put a link to that video, the ghost tour we took. We didn't catch it on camera, but we definitely tried. And the swimming pool, there goes Hellraiser, was actually up here in this corner, the original swimming pool. And we were told that the swimming pool was over here in the corner by this door. It has since been filled in, but this is where the young boy named Jimmy drowned. I'm gonna break out the meter as I did that night, see if we get any readings right now. There's a lot of folks in here, so the ghosts are probably hiding, but let's see. I'm here to visit little Jimmy. Jimmy, are you around? Jimmy, we've come to say hi. Let's see if I get a reading here. This is where the pool used to be, right here up in this corner. Very small, very busy in here, so I'm trying to be courteous. I think Chris said she's on the first floor. Jimmy, Jimmy. Ooh, that thing just turned off on its own. Did you see that? I've never seen it do that before. It literally just turned off on its own. Jimmy, the lights just flickered. Jimmy, Jimmy. People are like, what's he talking about? Sorry, I'm throwing a paranormal investigation during your oddities party. That was weird. That thing just turned off on its own. Jimmy, are you listening? Are you here? I think he is. That was spooky. Third level, and look who I found. Chris the girl.
I'm here.
I missed you. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
They're playing the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory soundtrack right now.
Yeah. What do you think of it so far? It's your first time.
I'm amazed of how big this place is and all the people. This is a great turnout.
It gets bigger and bigger every year. And I said on my video, this is my personal favorite spooky event, like convention sort of thing. This one's the best, in my opinion.
I see why. Check out her video. She's doing the tour. I'm just here for the ghosts. And now on the fourth floor, check out this beautiful stained glass. This is the front side of the building. These staircases on either side, both sides staircases. There is one more level. All right, this is the room I remember. This is the top floor, the 5th floor theater. Technically it's the 4th floor, but it's the 5th level. This is actually where I saw Ralph Nader. Ralph Nader. And I didn't plan this, but Graveface is here. I'm wearing a Graveface record shirt. They came all the way down from Savannah. Graveface Museum and Record Store. We did a video back there. This is cool. I like this Mothman shirt. All right, so I'm on the top floor, the 4th floor. This is where they said that the man, the actor, hung himself from. This is the old stage area. Also, a celebrity here, Wrinkles the Clown, meet and greet going on over there to the right. There's good old Wrinkles. There's no mention of the actor's name from the story, but I'm gonna try to contact him in this busy crowd. Also, it mentions A ghost frequently spotted on or close to the stage. One witness stated that he had seen the ghostly man in the mirror of a nearby men's restroom. So I think this ghost was actually seen on the stage right now where the band's playing. Maybe not the best time to conduct a paranormal investigation inside the Cuban Club, but let's put it this way. I once contacted the Cuban Club to see if I could come in here and have it all to myself. They got back to me. They wanted $500 an hour to come in here. $500 an hour, so that's what they're probably paying to have this event here. I'm hoping they got a deal.
Tomorrow, if you come tomorrow to the event, Tabernacle of Oddities, they're doing a ghost tour, I think like around 5:30 or something.
Ooh,
So
this video dropped before noon, so you've got time. All right, I'm getting a reading, a natural reading right now. It's still in the green, but I'm right here above the stage, below me. I don't think, let's see, could be something in the floor. Oh, it's gone. I'm back in the same spot and the reading is gone. Oh wait, no, there it goes right there. That's creepy. Right here. Look, I am directly below a balloon. How about a balloon, little boy? Oh, that's creepy. Natural reading right here, unexplained. Not very high, but definitely a reading. And I bought some more books to add to my haunted book collection. Okay, I'll show you. I don't always show my haunted book collection, but since I bought these here today, I'll show you these books. All right, so right here, when you come off of the 4th floor, down these steps, there's a mirror, one on both sides. I wonder if this is the mirror mentioned. It said it's near a men's restroom, maybe downstairs, but I just wanted to check. Touch this to it, see if I get any readings. No readings so far. Now let's try this mirror. Very old. Oh wow. Getting a little reading there. Hello, Mr. Man in the mirror. Please talk to us. Tell us what's going on. I don't think it's your phone.
Yeah, I don't think
it's far away. The haunted mirror. Do you see anything spooky in here? Just me? Yeah. It's definitely not Chris the girl. That's too beautiful. Dude, that's a big reading.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
Unexplained. Hello, talk to us. It keeps going up. It went back down there. I'll look back at the Cuban Club. The top windows there, that's that top floor. To the left and the right of that top floor theater. You see anything in the windows? Well, sometimes people do. Right there. Look closer. Look close. I don't see anything. Could be something up there. Okay, I made some more purchases here at Lunar Video. Bog.
Oh wow.
A creature from the glacial age. This is a rare one. I saw this, I had to get it. And The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, where I actually didn't know this existed. How did I not know that Jeff Goldblum once played Ichabod Crane?
It's freaking amazing. We gotta watch that when you get home.
Right?
Who would have thought that Tampa J would be the one buying all the things and I haven't bought anything?
What?
Nothing.
I was trying to keep up with you.
Crazy.
This is a rarity.
It is.
You should see what I bought earlier too. Tabernacle of Oddities. What a surprise. Tabernacle? I've been saying tabernacle all day.
Listen, that's what I did. My first video here, and everybody killed me in the comments for it, so sorry everybody.
Well, this is my channel, and I say things how I want.
Sorry.
Spent more time in the Cuban Club than ever before. We're in there for a long time. Saw a lot of cool people. Shout out to all the people that we saw today. Love you guys. It was good talking to you inside of Tampa's most haunted building. Ooh, we got a few things that happened in there. The meter turned off, got a reading upstairs, and a reading by the mirror. Something funky going on, definitely haunted. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and make sure you check out Chris the Girl's video as well. Thanks for coming along. I had a great time. I'll show you some stuff right at the end. I bought some more stuff. Really enjoy just living in this area. There's a lot of things to do, as you can see. The Oldsmar Flea Market, we'll be back out there to check out more of the creature workshop. Thanks for having us, Michael, Jonathan. That was a great time. Please give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and sticking to the end. Also, if it was your first time here, make sure to subscribe below. As for today, right here in front of my former college and behind us, the Cuban Club, we end the video. Would you like to add anything at the end?
All I can think about now when I see this
Oh
area,
gosh, I know what's coming.
Yeah, you do. And it's your fault because you're the one who told me about it. So, living rent-free in my brain. Who is he? What does he do? He licks feet, smells feet. What does he do?
I am a victim, yours truly, of the Ybor shoe liquor.
Shoe liquor.
Those who know will know. I think that's a good spot to end it. Bye-bye. And that event went down. That tragedy went down right inside those windows. Back in 2000, I want to say that was like 2011, 2012. Here's what I bought. Still more scary stories for sleepovers. It's a children's book. Short stories, gonna enjoy looking at that. Also, show you one more here. That's Mark Muncie's book. Shout out to Mark Muncie. Showed that before. Okay, I'll tell you what, one day, instead of this, one day I'll just go through my entire collection of haunted books. How about that? We'll save that for another day. All right, know you're awesome. Know you're loved. No matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead for you.
Is the shoe liquor in here? In this book?
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I bought it. No, he's not in there.